Hey everyone, today I'm trying a preview build of Norland. The game releases this May on Early Access. It's a really good game. It's incredibly deep. Nothing in the game is too complicated to learn. There's just a lot of things you can do in the game. So to start off, we have two brothers and a wife. This is your king, that's the queen, and this is his brother. You can change that up if you want. I'm going to go with the default. You've got skills. Over here is to randomize their look. You have one positive trait and one negative. For the king and queen, I'm going to go for lustful. I think that's going to obviously increase their chances of having a kid. And it's not too negative, so long as they're always together to fulfill their needs. So I think it's okay. So how this game works is your lords and ladies, they manage various buildings. I think the tutorial said you want to go for around 4 to 7 buildings. I think the more buildings you add, the less efficiency that they'll provide for those buildings. But basically, they have to be there in the morning to get up and tell the workers to go to work, or they won't do anything. So it's important to choose someone who is always going to be in town. Like your king might be going off all the time to make treaties, trade agreements, and just to improve relations with the neighbors. Okay, so I'm not going to adjust what their skills are. So there's also research in the game, so Belka can go and do most of the research in. Radador, he has a really high management skill, so he'll be doing most of the managing, and then the king here, I'll change his name later, but he's going to be good with persuading people, so we'll just jump in from here, and both of them are lustful. Okay, so here's the map. Now, there's different things you can do. You can make alliances, you can conquer your enemies, you can kind of do a mixture of each. I think when you conquer one of these kingdoms, they just become a vassal. I haven't gotten too deep in the game. There's just been so much to learn about it. I'm going to go for basically the default one here. It's pretty easy. We'll go with Sparksville. Just click on that. Maybe I'll show the map a little bit. So it's a pretty good sized map. Just click on Sparksville here. You can randomize. I think that's a bit better. Just click next. So the starting scenario, your wife, she's still within your little kingdom, but she's being held by bandits. And so that's what this is doing here. It's pretty easy to free them. Or you can just click on no scenario. This does make it a lot more complicated to start the game. I'll go with it just to show you the combat. And then you have like a mid or late day crisis, and this one's the unholy horde. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I guess they're just going to attack everyone, and no one can make peace with them. So you've got to either deal with them or be destroyed. This is really cool because I can imagine in the future having like maybe an orc invasion, dragons, undead. I don't know if this is undead. Be interested to see what that is. There's currently no magic in the game or anything, but you know, it's a medieval story. You can easily add that. Okay, so the game is started. So pause is the space bar. 1, 2, 3 increases the speed of the game. So this is your town hall, and your town hall has a mini warehouse here. We're going to build a full-sized warehouse up here eventually. But the warehouse, this gives you more builders and more servants. A lot of these buildings you can actually keep upgrading. I'm not sure how many times, but I think at least 2 or 3 times for many of them. So if we want more builders, we'll just build a warehouse up here and then just keep upgrading it. So it starts off as default as, you know, I'm the king, so I'm the manager of this. I'm just going to remove myself and I'll set my brother. He has much higher management skills. So we'll give him that. And then we'll just get started with the basics. I'm clicking on the build button here. We'll go to resources. We'll build a lumber mill. And then we'll go and build a rutabaga farm. So the rutabaga farm, we need to have food and we need to have alcohol. We can use rutabagas to also make moonshine. So that'll solve both of our problems. So we'll just click on, before we get, there's so much to talk about in this game. We're just going to go down here to, I think it's the finances. So all of our peasants, which are up here, will have more coming in almost every day, I think. We pay them, we can set their wages. Right now we're paying 5 gold per day. And then the flour, which they can eat, that's 4. And then rutabaga is 3. So we want to make sure we're paying them enough money so they can buy food. And in order for them to actually reduce their fatigue and to get rested, they need to have alcohol. I don't know if it's like every day, but at least every like 3rd day or so, they need to have alcohol. So you might want to adjust the wages once you have everything for sale there. And by selling the food, that's a way for us just to make money. So I think this is good. We got everything set up there. We're going to unpause the game. So our wife there, she's being held prisoner and she's just down here. I'm going to go and change the name now. Okay, so they're gonna go and tell them what to do. Not sure why my guy's there. Just gonna speed it up now. So there's also religion. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the peasants. So depending on how happy they are, eventually you'll get loyalists. And I believe the loyalists, you can actually recruit these guys into your military. So you can also have like religious fanatics. You can get prisoners. They're basically your slaves. They'll work for free. Everything has their pros and cons though. We're just going to go and, okay, the message system is really good. We'll just click on this. The building needs a manager. When no one's a manager, you can just right click it and then choose the manager. We'll give him another building to manage. And then to change that, I just left click and then fire him and then you can replace him with someone. But he'll go there and tell him to work. And to upgrade a building, just go and click on upgrade. I'll give another worker slot. And the upgrade costs aren't really that much. I'm just going to wait until I go and rescue my wife, just because I want to get them building things. Give Radagar this building as well. So far he seems like, so the bonus is 52%. Yeah, I think his bonus is definitely dropping the more buildings we give him to manage. So we want to get the food up and running, and then we'll click on production and we'll get a brewery going. So a brewery, you have a bunch of options like beer, moonshine, and I forgot the other one was. And what's like flavored ale, or if that's just like an improved version of beer. I think I'll build that right there. It should be fine. And for the start, we're just going to build a second dormitory. So that's under housing here. We're just going to have like, there's so much to build. And then I want to talk to the trader as well. So just click on him up here. We'll click on trade. And I guess Radagar has all the skills. So he's not actually in our town yet, but he's coming. There he is. And these are just his, like, his caravan group. And these are migrants, I think. So now that he's in town, I'm just going to click up here. It's the easiest. And we'll have Radadar talk to him. And we're just going to buy his books. So once we build a library, we can research new technologies. And then we can also, some of your characters can randomly, they have knowledge of how to do something. So that would unlock the ability to make it. But you can also, if they know it, but they die, you lose the information. So you can have them go and write a book for what they know. And that way, your future lords and ladies know how to do things. So I just click on the books here and we'll buy things like keeping prisoners. A scaffold, that's for punishing people, I think. Did I just buy keeping prisoner scaffold and an herbalist? So this is all very random as well, what you can buy. That would be good. I'm just gonna go and just need paper to buy to make books, I think. I'm just gonna buy a few things. I might need some more. I guess I can't afford those. I'll just get a few of these weapons. It's not too much money. We'll trade. We'll get that now. And so now we're just gonna go and is that being built yet? No. We'll go and set up our army. So you just click down here. This is the king. So I'll click on him and then we'll add our brother to the army. And then these are our potential warriors. We're going to bring all of those with us. If you wanted to, you can click on here and then hire mercenaries, but it can take a day or two for them to arrive. And they're a lot more expensive. So I've set up who's in the army. Now we're just going to go and add to them all of our gear here. These spears are a bit better, so we'll go for those first. I also want some bows, and that's more than enough. And we just go and create the army now. Okay, so they're just retrieving it, and everyone's armed and ready. Now you can press M, or just click on the world map down here. And then to get to her, you have to click down on the little camp here. And click on attack. And we'll attack them on the local map. And we'll just send our squad there. Yeah, so we're going to have soldiers now. So we're going to have to make sure they're going to, right now they're just going to walk to the edge of the map. But we're going to have to make sure we can build like a barracks now. Because your peasants will sleep in the peasant buildings. But the army, you've got to click on... So click on the build menu, click on army, then click on barracks. And we'll put that over here somewhere. I think we'll just go and click on service first, and we'll build a warehouse. I'll place that right there. I'll click on army, and we'll click on the barracks. We're going to have to build like a training grounds and everything for them. Click on the map again, see how close they're getting. Okay, so we'll just click on the swords, and then click on the swords again. So it's pretty basic. You do have some strategy here, like stay in the back. That means, whoa, slow this down. That means your king will stay in the back, or the leader. Once they get too close, your archers will stop shooting. Unfortunately, we're like really close to the edge here. You can't see much. So that the strategy is minimal. Protect the archers, stuff like that. So we got one escaped, one captured. He's our prisoner now. And we got 25 gold. And the main thing is that now our queen's going to be free. So they'll head back now. Yeah, so I don't want to build too much stuff. Once I think I'll build the warehouse first. Then we'll get 3 more workers. You get so many peasants really fast. And if they don't have jobs, they're just kind of laying around doing nothing. So may as well get them to work. Okay, and this is built now too. Oh no, we'll have them build this first. It's almost done. And then we'll have them build the warehouse. So once your production buildings are set up, you handle the production down here, which makes it kind of easy actually. So we'll just tell them make moonshine until you have, just hold shift. Let's go to 30. So 1 moonshine requires 1 rutabaga. So that's all set up. I'll set Radodar as the manager there. But it's very important to get the warehouse house because you need those extra 3 workers or 3 builders. We'll set Radador as the manager as well. So periodically you can have lords show up and you can hire them temporarily. It's for 10 days. But for your wife gets her own little house there, same as you. So you've got to build some more houses before you hire lords. So he got injured there. And it's going to last 44 hours basically. But she's back. And soon they'll start having babies. Okay, so they finally got their instructions. They're going to go and build this. That'll give our warriors a place to sleep. And I'll click on instruction down here. We'll go to service and we'll click on the altar. They also need things like, religious services. And we'll have to get the tavern up and running now. I'll put that down here. Also, as soon as this is done, we can have the coronation ceremony for me. Just to, officially anoint me as king. And you have to keep watch for their mood. If their background is green, that means they're happy. If it's yellow, they're unhappy about something. And then if it's red, they're really unhappy and bad things can happen. It should tell us down here if there's a ceremony. Okay, so that's all set up. We have rutabaga. This is interesting too. This is kind of telling you what you've produced so far. So if you want to know how your economy is going, like so far we've lost 82 gold today. So we want to get that positive soon. But yeah, like at nighttime, this is when it starts to go closer to positive because everyone's going and buying food and things. So this is looking pretty good. I'm just going to pause it and we'll go to services. We're going to have to build a library and we'll get the wife, Belka, we'll get her research and stuff. And then we should build some more lord houses. Some buildings you can press E to rotate. So I'll put one there. I think they can walk through. It feels a little bit weird. Like I'm pretty sure they can walk through there. So that should be fine. So they're at requesting assistance. We just hover over the swords here. So they're basically at war. Starstream is planning to plunder them. Not sure where Starstream is exactly. It's probably one of these out here. This is really cool too because in one of my games, like this guy was conquering everyone. So we want to be careful with this. I'll just click on the little kingdoms here or provinces. So this means that they're selling iron. If I get this confused all the time. So the down arrow means they're purchasing nectar. As soon as you have good relations with them, then you can start to make trade deals. But with Windspeak selected, I can click on a sign, then go to like politics. And then we have all these options. But if I go to Lords, this is obviously the king. I can click on him and then we can go wolf hunting together. So my king would go out and hopefully this increases their relations. Or we could spend time. It depends on like what your manners are for spend time. And this is your like your military skill. There's so much stuff you can do in this game. We're going to go back to the town and make sure things are getting built. Okay, so that's good. We have a place for the warriors. I don't know if I can build a training center yet. Okay, so the library's done. We'll go and we'll click on knowledge down here and we'll see what we can do. So keeping prisoners. I do have one prisoner, so maybe I'll go and build that. And the scaffold, I think that's for punishing. There's also a crime in this game. So we'll go and we'll learn this, and we'll select Belka. She's pretty smart. So yes, because there's crime, we're going to have to make sure certain areas are protected. It's like the warehouses. You can go to the army and, or sorry, no, it's down at the sword here. Then click on army, and you can do like a night patrol. Okay, you can select the king's ambitions. I want to go for just fertile. So this number does change randomly as well. Right now we have 19 peasants. I'm going to go for fertile. That's going to be our first ambition. I'm not sure what reward we get for that or anything, but I'll click on construction, army, and then we'll get a night patrol. And you can change the radius, but I'll put that right there. You can tell them how many guards, what the radius is. The tutorial says you want to keep the radius tight. We'll keep it right there. Yeah, I don't know if I can build... Yeah, I can't build a training center yet. But the training center is going to allow your warriors to improve their skills. I don't know, I think this game is really cool. It's just a lot to learn in the beginning. And I'm curious too if your wife can be unfaithful. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen in this game. Okay, not sure what else I should be building. But like, so Joel just praised Belka. They're going on a date now. I've seen the wife going around causing gossip and things like that too. We're going to have to find Redadar a wife soon. So there's a... Okay, there, this coronation's happening. We're just going to slow it down a bit. Okay, so now I'm officially the king, I believe. You just right-click this stuff to get rid of it. So I think this is the Lord that's waiting to be hired. And she's good at trade, pretty good at management too. But I don't think I really need to hire anyone yet. I would be good if she was, good at intellect. You can have multiple people researching. We've got 4 desks there. So I'm assuming we can have at least 4 people just learning things. She's not done yet. So I'm not sure what else I should be building. I'm going to go to construction. So a den produces nectar, but this can cause addiction and things like that. Go to production here. Workshop. We're going to need some iron before we can start crafting stuff like that. And then resources. Yeah, I'm just going to have to start building some housing, I think. So we'll just do some peasant houses. Get rid of the homeless. And we should build this pretty fast. It seems like you don't really need a whole lot of lumber. We still have 240. So there's no real point in trying to upgrade that. I'm going to go and upgrade the brewery though. It's just 3 iron. Maybe I should go and buy some iron. Okay, we'll go and we'll just get... Yeah, let's try to buy all of this. Our gold is doing really well now. So we'll get the iron. I could get some... I'll get some rye and my own hops eventually. I will buy the hops here. If you do trade agreements with other kingdoms, you get it a lot more cheaper. So just grab that, go to trade. And then once you have a trade agreement, you just click down here. So your trade agreement will be like, they'll sell you 6 hops or something each day. And it's like half the price of the merchant. So I wonder if a prisoner escaped. It's okay if that happened. You can go and sell your prisoners or buy some. But once you have these trade agreements, you just click on trade automatically. So there's a lot of quality of life features already built in. Whoa, this stuff happens too. Let's see why they're doing this. I mean, this guy is... he's part of the caravan. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so the guards are actually on patrol, so that's great. So I want to go and reduce the radius. That's way too small. So I think number 2 is good for that. Okay, it's a new morning, everyone's eating. I really love how all this works. If I click up here, it'll tell you what's happening. So yeah, you need to have a prison ward so you can feed your prisoners. He'll probably just leave. And we've got a weak army. Can't do much about that yet. So a new heretic cult in the northern woods. I should have bought some more books from the merchant though. Okay, I think we're done with the knowledge. Yeah, it looks like we're done with that. And then we can go and build a prison ward. I think I'll keep that one just up over here. I'm going to be building farms up there. I don't want to... I think this will be fine. Let's go and cancel that. Yeah, I think this won't cause any... Well, actually, I'm going to be building like a mill over here. So maybe it's a bad area. Just put that down here. I think you can move buildings once they're built. Yeah, so it's not really a big deal just to even deconstruct stuff. So I guess you start the game off with some people pay tribute. This has always happened every time I've played the game. I'm not sure what it would tell us, like who's our vassals or not. Okay, we're going to do some diplomacy now. What they buy or sell appears to be random. I'm going to try and improve relations with Treewood. Right now we're just at -7. So I'll click on Lords, go to Osar. What's his ability? I think I'm really good with manners. Yeah, it's 9 or persuasion. So we'll click on him and persuasion. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, we're just going to go for spending time. I don't see really where there's a persuasion option. Oh, it'll tell us down here. So that's our warfare. We can't invite him. Yeah, so just go and spend time. And we'll send the king. So he'll just go and travel over there and then do his thing. If it's positive and they'll trade with us, then before he comes back home, I'll make sure I'll send him there to make a trade deal as well. And we'll see if we can get some hops from them. Okay, so while he's doing that, we're going to trade with the merchant here and we'll see what they have. So flavor for ale, these are just like improvements. You can have things to help you get through draughts and things like that too. We can forge weapons, bitter rutabaga, efficiency, yeah, fight and draw it. Oh, there's the training ground. That's what I want right there. Oh, and cooking meat. I haven't done that yet. And we can try with the temple. I don't want to spend too much. But that should be good. And then we have to go and learn how to build the training. I have Belka working on Ryefield and Mill. And then can we immediately? No, we have to research the training ground. Just click on this, go to army. Yeah, that's just locked right now, but as soon as we research it, it'll be fine. Wow, looks like I'm losing a lot of gold. Wow, what happened here? Okay, so he's just going to spend some time and then we'll see what happens there. Okay, so I don't think it was successful, actually. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we can't do that. I'm not sure what's going on. So we have any homeless? Okay, so this is like a mission. Unite 15 Norland provinces under your control, either as a king of a vassal state or as the leader of a union of free cities. Proclaim yourself the new emperor and challenge the church's inquisition to seize the stone of faith and lay claim to the crimson throne. I think this is like the main religious building. It's right there. Yeah, so I have, I don't think there's any homeless. Yeah, there's 0 homeless. Oh, repulsive moonshine. So I've got to probably increase their wages because they're starting to get fatigue, which means they're not getting enough alcohol. So just click over there. How many do I have? 22. Well, we're working on researching the rye. So it'll be a bit before we can get alcohol. Oh, I just noticed this. So you've got to wait until there's wives available or potential husbands for your lords or ladies. So over here, they've got a bride that's available. So I'm going to go and I'll click on that and we'll go for marriage for Zarena. And this will improve relations with them. And then we'll get Radador married to her. Hopefully we can be successful with that. And then that'll really help our relations. It's really good too if you can find a province that purchases like wood or something. That would have been really easy, but I can't find anyone who actually sells wood. It's all random. So it's kind of like a lot of them sell rye, which I'm not going to need that. Oh, these are just bandits. I'm not sure if these guys will ever. I know if you take them out, you'll improve relations around you. So that's one good reason to go after them. And then you get prisoners and some loot. But while they're off over there, I've got to go and do some more research. I think she just finished the rye and mill. And we'll go for a training ground. Yeah, so I don't want to make the video too long. Let me know in the comments section how you feel about the game. Let me know if you want to see an additional episode for it. I think it can go pretty far. I don't know if the beginning said I could go 25 days, but this is in an expanded preview build, so maybe I can go further. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe. Oh, it was successful. Okay, that's great. And so she'll come back with him. We'll see what her skills are. Yeah, good intellect. So she'll be my second researcher. That'll be great. Anyways, guys, hit the like button and we'll see you guys on the next video.